What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be making a pie. What pie? A coconut cream pie. It's my favorite type of flavor of pies. So that's what we're doing today. So about 10 months ago, I put up a little poll on the community page on this YouTube channel asking what your favorite snack good could be or whatever, something like that. One was cake, brownie, pie, and cookies. Those were the choices. And brownie and pie were neck and neck. And I think at the moment right now, brownie is actually winning by like 1 percentage point. But pie was in the standing for the longest time. So since the pie won, the whole purpose of the poll was to see, how cheap I could make a pie that could actually taste pretty decent. Get the ingredients and everything. So what I got are 2 packages of coconut cream Jello pudding flavor, and you need 2 packages of this to make the pie, so we need 2 of those. I also got a Best Choice brand sweetened coconut shaving flakes, and then we got a Keebler Graham pie crust, aluminum pie crust thing. Got some milk, some whipped cream, and we got a spatula, a whisk, a 1 cup measuring cup, and a mixing bowl. So ladies and gentlemen, that is what you need. I've never made a pie before in my entire life, okay? Let's just say that right off the bat. My attempt, what I'm going to try to do is make this pie and not put it in the fridge and just let it cool, because I'd feel like you're just going to be making a pudding pie. It's not going to really solidify to have like a harder kind of texture. You're just going to be eating a blob of pudding inside of a pie crust. So my whole idea and tactic, I haven't Googled anything on how to make it properly. It's just my own thinking. Right after we put this pie together and assemble it, we're going to throw it in the freezer, wait a day, and then the next day we're going to pull it out of the freezer and review it and see how well we actually did. So without any further ado, let's get right into making this pie. Alright, first things first, you want to take both Jello pudding mixes and rip them both open and pour them into the mixing bowl. Next, you'll want to shake and break up any clumps that are in the pudding mix. Now this step is optional, but I like to put a little extra coconut flakes into my mix. Then we take milk, whatever milk of your choice. I'm using 2% reduced fat milk, the blue cap stuff, and you need to put 4 cups of cold milk in with the pudding mixes. And then for the next 2 minutes straight, have a stopwatch handy, grab your whisk, and you will now whisk the mix and the milk together in your bowl, and just keep going and keep going. Try not to make too big of a mess like I just did. There we go. Now after whisking, you're going to want to let your pudding sit for 5 minutes, and it will take shape even more and have the consistency of, well, wouldn't you know, pudding. So mix it all together and just get it all into a nice pudding-like state. Set it off to the side, and now grab your graham cracker pie crust. I'm using the Keebler. Oh yeah, the very fancy rich people stuff here. You'll take your finger up against the foil that goes around the entire pie, as you see there, and you'll fold it up. And as you do that and do it completely, the plastic plate that is set into the pie crust will pop up. And crazy thing about this, wouldn't you know, it is actually a pie cover. Once you are done, you will put on top. So very handy, very nifty, pretty cool. Now take your pie pudding mix and just scrape it right into the crust there, the pie crust, as you see, like right there, bro. And like just make sure you get it all in there and stuff, and smooth it out, make sure it's all like even and stuff, bro. and then just put the rest in there and just make sure everything looks cool, bro. And like you'll like have a really great life and like stuff, and you like talk to the sky and the birds and the trees and stuff, and like isn't it crazy? We're all like one as the universe, and whoa, it blows my mind, man. Next, you'll want to top your pie off with some whipped cream. Now, we are using canned whipped cream, which I think is going to be a bad call. I know it's going to be a bad call, but just to check it out anyways, we are going to spray and top our pie off with this whipped cream. I would recommend something heavier, but just for the sake of making the cheapest pie possible, just to see how great it tastes, we are using this. And make sure you cover the pie completely, uh, and spread it all around. And yeah, like, bro, once again, like the universe is all of us. We are all imagining so many amazing miracles all at once. And like sometimes I wonder, like, is the green that I see the same green that you see? I don't really know. Who will ever know? Because, like, you're never going to actually be able to see the world exactly from someone else's eyes. So, like, my red could be your blue and stuff. And, bro, when you're making this pie, you're going to have, like, so many thoughts going through your head. It's going to blow your mind, man. Yeah, then you're going to want to add more whipped cream and stuff because there's never, like, enough whipped cream. And I'm a fiend of the cream for the cream. And then you're going to take the pie plate, the cover, and put it on top. And whoa, looks like the universe became a little too much one for us here, bro. And it's kind of like going over the whole thing. So I probably should have used less pudding and maybe like 1.5 packages. But hey, this is our first time trying a pie, man. And you know what? You just got to do the dude abides, man. And you just got to be like cool, like be the nonchalant kind of guy that's just like, hey, man. And, just make a mess, dude. Don't worry about it. Don't freak out. Just chill, dude. But seal your pie back up just the same way you unsealed it to take the top off. And take this bad boy and we're going to put it into the freezer and give it a whole day of freezing. And the next day we will take it back out of the freezer, put it in the fridge to thaw. And then after that, we shall eat. So let's put this thing in the freezer. There you go. Proof it's in the freezer. Now let's wait.
Daddy, chill.
So it's now been 2 days. 1 day in the freezer, then 1 day in the refrigerator to thaw, and it's time for the big reveal. Opening it up, and ooh, this is not good. This looks like a horror show. It is leaking everywhere, probably just too much stuff in the pie. And now we are going to cut it into 8 pieces. Oh yeah, just like that. Take a slice and now put it on a plate. Don't make too big of a mess. It looks pretty good. Nice little layer there. And now, let's grab it and try it out. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the moment of truth. As you see, a slice of the pie that we have just made right here. As I would have thought, the whipped cream on top has turned into basically a liquid. The curious thing, get right here by the microphone, it has iced up. I had it in the freezer for a day, took it out, and it was in the fridge for a day, and now this is the 3rd day. And yeah, it definitely does have a dense texture. So is this pie a success or a fail? Well, let's just give it a whirl right now. There's some graham cracker crust in there. Okay. You know, that is actually pretty good for what it is. Having a pie made very cheaply with very basic grocery store ingredients. It's not the best thing. Not by a long shot. It could have been better where I kept this for less in the freezer, maybe flash froze it for a couple hours. You know, that's what I would call flash frozen. The whipped cream, as it would be just canned whipped cream, you spray out of it. It has basically become nothing at all. And I think you need to make like some heavy duty whipping cream and really kind of make it the old fashioned way to get that very hard sort of whipped topping to have it stay instead of dissolving into nothing like this. But for this to be a jello pudding kind of instant mix made pie, it definitely isn't bad though. I just hate the fact that it has thawed, but there are still a lot of frozen little pieces of ice in there. Now it's coconut cream flavored ice, but still it's ice and it's a bit frosty more than just a smooth textured pie filling. So definitely got to work on that. Maybe let this thaw for another day in the fridge. But it's holding together pretty well. It's very flavorful. Tastes like coconut. Definitely does give you that coconut cream vibe that you would be looking for if you were to make a coconut cream pie. And on a pinch, and you just want to make one for less than $5, this is definitely a good substitute for something like a Marie Callender's pie, for instance. It could go for like $10, you know. So if you were to do the cheap route, it's decent, but I think I probably would just go out and get the Marie Callender's pie. After trying this and everything, it's kind of like, I'll spend the extra $5. Let's just say that. But this isn't bad. So to have a homemade pie with very cheap ingredients from the grocery store, I will give this a 6 out of 10. It's sweet, tastes good, cool, tastes like coconut cream pie. Just make sure you buy the Jello brand stuff, or maybe just even the off-brand stuff. It may taste the same anyways, but yeah, there you go. That is it for this creating how to make a pie video. Very informative, very educational. I learned a lot. I hope you did too. And if you want to go down the same route I did, the tips I will tell you is don't put both mixes in like a lot of recipes will tell you. Maybe do 1.5 of the Jello pudding mixes instead so it won't overflow. Maybe get some heavy whipping cream, whip that up to put on top instead of regular whipped cream. Maybe regular whipped cream would be good if you were going to serve it right away. So maybe just skip on the whipped cream until you pull it out of the freezer and then top it off right before you serve it. That would probably be the best bet. So, yeah, that's what I learned. I hope you learned a lot too. And that is it for my little video, the tutorial, how to make a coconut cream pie. I love cream pies. They're the best. And I am DJ Glowing Ice. Take care, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. And I will see you again very soon. All right. See ya. See ya.